Hello there, this is Extra Drill 1201 here for the mock battle of free houses. So here, the beginning is actually pretty tricky. So what I do is that I have Claude in range of Ash, and then I have Hilda next to him, so that way I have Hilda's personal benefit Claude. Because of it, I'm able to hit KO Ash. Ferdinand is actually pretty tough. He's just fast and does a lot of damage. Barely anyone does not get doubled on my side. So the strategy here was essentially having Claude to hit KO Ash, and then I essentially just have Byleth and Hilda team up with Ferdinand. I didn't have to miss. I would have just moved Leone out of the way and had Hilda kill him, as well as have Marianne heal Byleth, but it works. I'm actually going to get some cheeky saves later on, which is pretty funny. Hubert is thankfully slow, and I just 2-hit KO him with two of my units, so it's not too bad. Oh yeah, I'm also trying to raise Leone's bow rank and Hilda's lance rank, so that way I can get curve shot for Leone and whatever the Tempest skill, whatever the D skill is. Basically, I was talking with Ceiling, and then she just said, "Oh, get these weapon ranks by chapter 2," and I was like, "Okay, cool." So I'm gonna try to use them sporadically. However, there are times where I just use other weapons just for the sake of combat arts. Claude actually. Oh yeah, I had to jump here because I basically just spent a bunch of time doing some math, just relating to how I can kill Dorothea. I didn't really do much attention on Elgard because I just kind of went, oh, I can just gang up on her, so like whatever. I didn't really plan things out that much. There's some things I planned, like killing Dorothea, the initial excursion with Hubert, Ash, and Ferdinand, as well as a bit of Dimitri planning. Here, I just kind of move up my units. I always try to use Hilda's personal, just because the plus 3 damage is really, really useful. And here, my emulator kind of lags a bit, but it's fine. So, thankfully, because of Hilda's personal, I'm able to just 2-hit KO Dorothea, which is very nice. Honestly, the real scary part of this map is the Blue Lion section. Mercedes is a joke. She she has like 11 attack, which is just funny to me. Oh, I also just have Marianne kind of heal a bit, just so that way I'm properly healed. Though I run out of heals because you only get 5 heals at first. Here, I didn't really have enough units in range to deal with Edelgard, so I essentially just blocked her range from attacking Claude, so that way Claude didn't get hit, and that way Marianne would not be in hand axe range either. So here, I just do. Oh yeah, a lot of Hilda positioning is honestly rather coincidental. Like the only intentional Hilda placements are the beginning with Ash, and then the Dorothea one. Everything else is just kind of coincidental, which is just funny how it works out. Here, originally I wanted to have Leone kind of kill with a bow. Unfortunately, I couldn't. I didn't need Hilda's personal proc there, at her crest to proc there. I mean, mainly because I could just had her heal with a vulnerary. So there's kind of like a turn of dead space, or I could just heal Marianne. Here I was just kind of confused as to what to do because I was like, oh man, if I have a bow for Leone, then she's gonna attack at one range anyway, so whatever. So I just have Byleth there. Also, I try to prioritize positioning Byleth and Claude near end units because it gives them extra EXP. Though I think about it, I think it's only Byleth that does that. Though I do know, if I recall correctly, that Claude and Byleth and Claude's or Valord's personals stack on to each other. So here I just have Leone trade Byleth, so that way I'm able to kill Manuela with the Iron Bow. Just so that way I'm able to get more ranks up. EXP gain is really slow on this map because this is Maddening, and Maddening cuts EXP for some reason. So I don't even get level stuff. It's actually really funny. This is a 0% run, but honestly, the mock battle isn't really that different. I just moved Marianne to the back because I was like, oh, you're not you're you have no heals now, you're useless. But she's actually rather useful. Like Sivia would have made Magic Chip a lot better. But essentially, the dude has a lot of defense and barely any res. So I was like, oh wow, I kinda need Marianne to actually chip Dudu thing. So I just kind of try to do that. Oh yeah, also Leone's personal is also really good too, which is why I positioned Leone next to Claude in the beginning, because Leone's personal gives her +2 damage dealt, -2 damage taken if there's an adjacent male ally. So that's actually really helpful. So this is the really real scary part. So first of all, the dude is just an absolute tank. He's just really hard to take down. And Dimitri is just an absolute monster. Dudu, thanks to combat arts as well as Marianne ship, is just kind of fine to take down. Dimitri, on the other hand, is just an absolute monster. The dude has 21 attack and 10 AS, which basically means that he essentially one-run KOs every single one of my units. And thankfully, for the mock battle, you don't have to like if Hilda dies, or I should say if Hilda gets defeated, she just retreats, so that's good. But I don't want him one round KOing Claude and Bylov making me redo the map. Oh yeah, this is like my second try on the map. My first try I had Hilda get one round KO'd by Hubert because she got weighed down by the Iron Axe. So this is just my second run. And I was like, I really don't want to have to restart. So here I'm just trying to see how I can damage Mercedes. But then I realized that Dimitri basically just kills all my guys, and that Mercedes isn't really that much of a threat anyway. So I kind of just chip her from the side, since she's not really that scary anyway. In the future, I'll try to cut out more of the planning, because it's just kind of me looking back and forth at stats to essentially math things out. So yeah, here I just have Leone chip. Thankfully, because of the fort, I heal, but it's fine. Leone, I mean, Mercedes just minimal damage, so whatever. And Marianne doesn't even do damage with those Ferranu. So here's the point I realized, that Dimitri's an absolute monster. I am so thankful for the Hilda positioning. That Hilda positioning was completely accidental, but it was completely necessary. Without that, I would not have been able to defeat Dimitri. And I don't want anyone to have to attack him at one range except for the person who has to kill him. So I just have Claude chip with curved shot. I then have Leone chip. I have her move next to Claude, so that way she has her personal. I realized that I did some math, and I saw that Hilda bow chip plus Byleth combat art is enough to kill. So what I do is that I have Marianne essentially trade, so that way Hilda can chip, and then Byleth just takes the final hit. And Mercedes is such an unintimidating enemy that I legit don't care about her being alive, because she doesn't want to KO any one of my guys, essentially. Which is really nice. Here, I just weaken Mercedes, so that way I can just feed her to a unit. And then I feed her to Hilda, because Hilda's level 1, and she has the least amount of EXP. So I just kind of want to raise her a bit. Oh yeah, also, full disclosure, I am going to be using Ox Battles to grind weapon ranks as well as class masteries. I don't really have a problem with that, because they give minimal EXP anyway. Not to mention that this is 0%, so it's not like I'm going to grind my units out of proportion, unless I'm just going to have obscene amounts of luck and dex, but that's fine. I was just trying to heal Leone, but then I just kind of realized that I could just bait Hanneman and just kind of deal with him on the subsequent player phase. I didn't do any math, but I just kind of assumed that, Hanneman, I mean, Claude's at full health, so he could probably, like, take a hit. Who cares? So I was lucky. I was lucky there. Here, I just kind of realized that, if I chip, I can have Leone chip with a bow, get some bow EXP, And then I can have Hilda kill with the lance. That way, she gets lance EXP, weapon rank, whatever it's called, and then I can kill. So here I positioned Claude and Byleth because I thought that Claude also boosts the EXP gain of adjacent units, when I think that's basically just Byleth. Hell, I'm not even really sure right now. But either way, I kill Hanneman, and that's the end of the mock battle. Thank God. Also, Leone MVP.